Man, it's just a shame. It's like the whole downtown is empty.
So I'll be honest with you, I'm pissed that this is where we are.
We've done our best to provide this amenity to downtown and the surrounding areas.
Yeah, I'm sad because now where do I go to shop?
We begin 7 News at 6 tonight with those voices reflecting on the end of a controversial era here in downtown Buffalo. The district's only traditional grocery store set to close its doors this month after just 3 years in business. Good evening once again. We thank you for joining us on this Friday. Now, according to Buffalo's acting mayor, Braymiller Market shutting down is a, quote, direct result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
While plans for the store were announced before the pandemic, the doors didn't open until 2021. And as we'll dive into tonight, it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing since then. The market's time in downtown was marred by construction delays, along with a shrinking customer base and a controversial loan from the city of Buffalo, totaling more than $500,000. The closure will once again create a food desert in the city's central business district. And the 7 News is a voice for everyone. We want you to hear from the people behind this decision, as well as the ones who are most affected by it.
You'll hear from Braymiller's owner, several Buffalo lawmakers, and a customer who all weighed in to 7 News reporter Kristen Morant.
Braymiller Market in downtown Buffalo is closing its doors after 3 years in business.
We've done our best to provide this amenity to downtown and the surrounding areas.
Owner Stuart Green reading a brief statement about the closure Friday alongside city officials who also expressed shock and frustration.
When we began this project, we thought we had the timing right with the growth of the central business district. Due to things beyond our control, the business climate changed.
So I'll be honest with you, I'm pissed that this is where we are.
Braymiller opened to much fanfare in September 2021 as part of a mixed-use project that also included more than 200 affordable apartments.
I think we all know the story of Braymiller Market here at 201 Ellicott, a plan that was put in place pre-pandemic, construction taking place as we entered into the pandemic, opening shortly thereafter. And the closing of this market is a direct result of the unprecedented challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic.
Acting Mayor Chris Scanlon says Green took a chance on downtown Buffalo and even invested his own money into the grocery store, but his venture was a victim of terrible timing.
I think if you start giving up on ideas like this, you start giving up on the downtown core, you might as well start giving up on the city of Buffalo, and that's not going to happen under my watch, I can tell you that.
Last year, I reported that Green reached out to the city for financial support, and after much controversy, the Common Council approved a $560,000 forgivable loan that Scanlon says Green is not required to pay back. But this closure also shines a light on a decline in downtown activity.
We are not here due to Stuart. We are here because of the pandemic that hit all of our communities and the hemorrhage of over 30,000 office workers that came to downtown Buffalo, providing sales tax and revenue to businesses all over the city.
Man, it's just a shame. It's like the whole downtown is empty.
Shoppers like JT are disappointed to see another business leave downtown Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm sad because now where do I go to shop?
It's a much larger problem that Scanlon says the city is taking a hard look at.
We have to work on the downtown core as well and getting people back down here and repair the situations that led to the closure here.
Yeah, so much has changed since the pandemic, right? Do we know what's going to happen to the building, Kristen?
Well, Scanlon says this will be a public use building, which could mean a lot of things here, right? But they said that they still need to work out those lease terms, and we'll be knowing more about that in the coming days.
All right, Kristen, thank you. Big day for downtown Buffalo. To help us all better understand how we really got to this point today, I spent some time today digging into the years-long effort to bring a grocery store like this to downtown Buffalo.
The desire to bring a grocery store to 201 Ellicott Street in downtown Buffalo dates back almost a decade.
And tonight we are getting a few more details on a downtown supermarket proposal.
With the first formal step coming in a request for qualifications issued by former Mayor Byron Brown in June of 2015. In that request, the Office of Strategic Planning was seeking interested developers to turn a city-owned parking lot into a, quote, mixed-use project that includes a full-line grocery store, along with a, quote, significant residential element with a possibility of condominiums. That process moved forward in February of 2016 when Mayor Brown announced at his State of the City address that Tops Markets had been selected as the preferred operator of the downtown store and that Simonelli Real Estate Corporation would be the developer in charge of the project. However, Tops Markets immediately tempered expectations, telling 7 News that day that the company was exploring the feasibility of a grocery store but had not entered into any formal negotiations with the developer. 3 months later, in May of 2016, the operator of the proposed store still remained unclear.
There have been meetings that the city has participated in with Tops and with the developer. We believe that those conversations have gone well. Things continue to move forward, and we are confident that there will be a grocery store at 201 Ellicott.
Over the next several months, the original plans for the development were fine-tuned, with the residential component focused more on affordable housing to go along with what was described to 7 News as a scaled-back market. Close to 3 years later, in March of 2019, we learned that Tops was out, and a new vision for 201 Ellicott was taking shape, with Braymiller Market jumping on board for the project. Braymiller Market was considered a staple in Hamburg since the 1940s, and owner Stuart Green told me in 2019 he was excited to bring his fresh food concept to downtown Buffalo.
We will do a lot of exactly what we do out in Hamburg now by bringing local fresh produce to the retail side, but very importantly, the wholesale component as well.
But within months of the announcement, the new downtown market, which was already under construction, faced an uphill battle when COVID hit. The pandemic delayed construction and only added to building costs, which eventually opened to great fanfare in September of 2021. Still, during the pandemic, more and more people started working from home, taking away a significant portion of the customer base. In March of 2023, citing lost revenue because of the pandemic, Green approached the city looking for financial help. Last July, after months of deliberations, the Common Council approved a controversial forgivable loan of more than $560,000 for Green, but the financial struggles continued, leading to the decision to close the store.